COVID-19 has been a key influencer in all our lives, at home and at work, for the past 18 months. As Head of Service for Primary Care in CHO1, I'm so proud and thankful for everything our staff and patients are doing in the face of the pressure from the coronavirus. CHO1 primary care staff have been to the forefront in providing services to our population during the pandemic. They have covered for their colleagues who could not attend work due to COVID-19, and they ensured the risk of COVID-19 transmission to service users was minimised by being vigilant both at work and outside work. Staff working in primary care have supported the setup of test centres and community assessment hubs across CHO1 and have been instrumental in developing new and innovative ways of delivering services in line with the IPC guidelines in the most COVID-19 friendly manner as possible. Leadership was visible with our managers redeploying to lead out on the development of the 6 COVID testing centres and 4 community assessment hubs in our facilities across CHO1. Our primary care managers showed confidence and willingness to take on completely different roles and responsibilities, while also graciously releasing their staff to other services. The pandemic saw all staff taking on new roles such as the community response team, integration with the acute, home support, and there was significant expansion of learning for managers and staff as regards setting up new services, expanding their clinical and non-clinical roles, developing new clinical roles, increasing access to diagnostic services, introducing new software, for example SwiftQ, being part of new teams, and developing innovative rosters and supply processes. All this was done by our primary care staff whilst doing the day job and supporting other services to keep the core services afloat. I am also very grateful to those retired staff who contributed, such as GP staff, staff from other HSE divisions and other agencies. Redeployment became an everyday word where staff from all disciplines and HSE divisions moved out of their roles and eagerly adopted to taking on very different roles and functions within the newly developed COVID-19 services. Every primary care department gave and still gives willingly of their time and their staff to set up completely new services within the testing centres and the community assessment hubs. This was accomplished by a coming together of all our staff in every service in primary care, from therapists, nurses, administration, catering, GPs and their staff, HR, maintenance, estates, stores, procurement, ICT, NMPDU, CNME, all the retired staff who returned, the National Ambulance Service and Defence Forces, our community groups and volunteers including the GEA, our county councils, civil defence and community response support forums. Most of these groups worked out of hours 7 days a week. Some HSE staff didn't redeploy, but rather continued to provide the essential frontline services to the most vulnerable within primary care, such as immunisations, vaccinations and the high-risk home visits. There were also staff who continued to ensure that all staff were paid, stores and supplies were made available and accounts were processed. I would like to thank them all for all this support. I also want to welcome the new staff who have been recruited into primary care services since the latter part of 2020 to take on the management and delivery of the COVID services. Staff, as members of the public, have also been dealing with bereavement, both COVID-19 and non-COVID. In their day-to-day working, and their endurance has been incredible. These challenges have never been seen before by our country, and the intensity of the response from our staff has been enormous. I want to say a huge public thank you to all our wonderful staff in primary care who have been working in new ways and in new areas to support each other during the pandemic. Your support for each other has been invaluable and truly amazing. Every one of you is making a difference. Thank you.